Okay, so welcome everybody. We're at book club, Home to the Heart book club on October the 13th, 2025. And we're going to do pages, let me just check here, I've forgotten already, 35 to 37 of the root chakra. And there's quite a bit of information. We're going to discuss a bit of the first dimension and a bit of an overview of this root chakra. So it is the ruby red one. It looks like this color at the base of the spine. So let's just go right in here. Oh yeah, and this is just a reminder. Everything's by donation through my website. It's a .ca, and that we also are creating YouTubes from this. So you can always go to Home to the Heart YouTube, and the link is actually on the homepage of voiceoffreedom.ca as well. So, and you can subscribe to the YouTube channel if you'd like. All right, so let's go here. Yes, so here we are. We're in the root chakra. You can see this red rose on the left here. My daughter and I created back in 2009, 2010. And we were making all kinds of images, and she was doing the painting. And a lot of the colors that she was painting were really higher dimensional, and we didn't realize it. But this is the exact color of this root chakra. And it's such a nice shape too, a red round. So it's a good way to remember the root as a deep, deep red rose. And knowing that the crown chakra, that's purple energy, is like a lotus on the top of the head. So it's this rainbow of colors of healing and divine alignment that is magically within all of us inside. They run up and down the spine.
Okay.
And we're going to look a little bit at compassion and humility and the foundational balance of the root chakra. And we're not going to go into the sacred purpose law. That'll be next one, but quite a bit about the first dimension here. So, and I just want to draw our attention to the violet flame, reminding us, because the violet flame is very much compassion, which is connected to the root chakra. And the violet flame is that point of conjunction, of non-judgment between the masculine and the feminine energies inside of us. So there's no war within. When we're in that perfect conjunction point inside of us, it's such a state of peace and joy. That's where we're all headed. So this violet flame in the crown chakra on the top of the head is a really, really important component of our all of us evolving on Earth. Yes, Darren.
I find with the energies right now, they're driving up all kinds of old energies within my system. I've been using the violet flame many times a day now to clear all that energy. So I highly recommend that to you.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there is. We're going as we go along. There's ancient energy that is being run through us. So if it feels very confusing, it usually goes into your deep past. And so just allow it to come, allow it. You can ask the energy questions if you want, because it will show you where it's coming from if you want to know, or you can just recognize it and love it, and it will dissolve. And the violet flame is a big part of this. Yes. So I just wanted to show how the root chakra connects to this no fight zone, no war zone between the masculine and the feminine. It's in the heart. It's also in the magenta and the amethyst of the third eye and the crown. So it's a really incredibly strong conjunction point between the vibration and frequency of the feminine and the masculine energies. So when you hit that sweet spot, you find the peace and you know your worthiness and you really feel joy. And so then there's just no war. There's harmony. It's who we truly are. That sweet spot is who we truly are. And you know when you hit it and you can maintain it, it's like you can watch and look and observe everything, especially the energy within, and just know it's not real and it's just to be let go. So the apology, the peace and the apology are very connected, and the idea of admiration and respect, the love. This is the healing, basically. And it's exactly what Ken and Lillian demonstrated last week. That was so powerful. When
Yes.
Ken apologized and
Yes.
Lillian accepted the apology. And
Yeah.
that's the sweet spot.
Yes.
Yeah, it creates harmony. So when we're in that state of harmony inside, the truth reflection is we see it in our without. So then all war stops. And so all I did was flip these words around. This says the oneness and the compassion, but all I did was flip it around like it's a reflection, like it's coming right to you. That oneness, that compassion, that non-judgment of everything that's happening on the planet. As within, so without. And then the planet comes in to its higher dimensionality. The state that we're all wishing for, that's happening, it's coming. So let's do our little silent inner balancing in the heart just to begin. So we're going to ask the Divine Mother to put her beautiful blue velvet cloak around each of us. You can ask the mother at the same time if that's what you would like. It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling of clarity and support from the Divine Mother and peace. That peace that is natural to you from the inside out. And let's post the mighty archangels, Michael and his beautiful blue, Raphael and his emerald green, Uriel and the silver of truth, and the magenta amethyst of Archangel Yophael, and the golden energy, the golden spiral of joy in the middle with Archangel Gabriel. And let's invoke Saint Germain as well to move the healing through the mental, through the emotional, through the causal. This is all the past lives that are being, the old energy that's been run through us right now, through the etheric into the physical. So every level is receiving the violet flame, which is the sweet spot, the compassion. And let's drop down and feel that energy of the beautiful red rose in the root chakra at the base of the spine. So just breathe that violet right down into the root chakra, in through your nose and out through your mouth. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Council of Love, Council that serves. We gather here this evening, united in heart and purpose, seeking guidance through the doorway to your ancient wholeness. We are your children and servants, companions in form, co-creators in spirit. We walk this planet Earth, Terra Gaia, this ancient garden of green. We have heard your call and we answer now with our hearts, souls, and minds. We come prepared and clear in our intent to join wholly and completely this night with all, with joy, with the divine, with love. We seek our birthright and our inheritance. We seek that which is, all that ever has been, and all that ever will be. We seek those blessings in order to better serve our companions of earth, to be of service to the one, to show our love for each other and for Gaia. In this we join our hearts and pray. Amen, amen, and amen. Okay. So this is what is embedded in our root chakra. So it's at the base of the spine. The first dimension is connected to this chakra, the blessing and virtue of compassion. And you can see I've made compassion the 3 colors that it is, the root, the heart, and the third eye. And of course, it connects up into the crown as well, the purple. And the universal law of sacred purpose. And there it is right here. It's also a center of sexuality and our connection to life force. So we're going to keep going here. The ruby red root chakra located at the base of the spine serves as our connection to Gaia, the planet, and the very foundation of our existence. So it's here actually, if you sit in this chakra, I've done a lot of work with this, where you can connect out into the void and really understand other lifetimes and our star family. And there's all kinds of information in the void. It's really, it's connected to source. So our original essence. It also anchors us to the earth, aligning us with the energies of the first dimension, the void. This chakra is not only a source of our life force and vitality, but also a place where we begin to unravel old belief systems and discover the truth of who we really are. Through the root chakra, we tap into the power of grounding, healing, and aligning with the energies of the planet. And it's here we begin to experience the magic of interdimensional growth. Our spinning root chakra is about the size of a quarter. So it's only about the size of a quarter, all these chakras up and down the spine. And this one's at the base of our spine. It connects us to the center of the planet, to Archangel Gaia, and to the first dimension, the place, the state of being, or the idea of our divine essence, our eternal spark of light was born. Yes, Ken.
Yeah, I was wondering what direction does the spinning happen?
It actually goes both ways. So when it goes backwards, you're working with the root and peace, winding back the past with forgiveness to create peace. And then when it moves forward, you're working in gratitude and joy. So it literally spins both ways. And it's just a matter of what you're working with. If you're working on doing the peace work for the self or for another, it'll spin backwards. If you're working on being so grateful for everything, blessing everything, it will spin the other way. So and literally it can spin both ways at the same time. They're very magical. Yeah. Yeah. And it connects into the Merkaba energy. That's how the orbs, you've seen floating orbs in photographs. That's how they move. Mhm. Okay, so we do have some background noise. I'm not sure where it is. Does anyone have their television on or anything? If you do, if you can just mute yourself. Okay. So yeah, the chakras spin both ways. Albert Einstein through Linda. So it's Linda Dillon that all this beautiful information came from. And then when we study it, it expands. So you learn even more. So she channeled it through the basics. And then the more we look at it and integrate it, it just keeps expanding into bigger and bigger concepts that are simpler and simpler. So Albert Einstein through Linda says our in-breath into the root chakra roots us in form to Gaia, the beginning of our existence, to the idea of who we are. So there's a whole system of breathing that can happen. I don't know if I can go backwards here. Maybe not. Let's see. There we go. Where you can breathe in and out. And we'll do this at some point when we get up to a few more, when we've gone through a few more chakras, but you can actually breathe in here and then breathe out the pubic and in the sacral and out the umbilical and in the solar and out the halion and into the heart. And it's this amazing way of breathing to really anchor yourself in form. So you're not hanging out outside of yourself, too traumatized to really be in your physical form. We want to be in our form. And a lot of us, because of all the trauma that we've experienced here, we're not so much anchored into our form. But we'll go into this as we go along. So I just wanted to point this out. The energy that goes from the root chakra goes down to the center of the planet, and then Gaia sends us her blessings up to us and up through all the chakras. And that energy of non-judgment, that is the vitality. It's the red of the root basically. Us getting into that state of really solid foundation of not judging ourselves for all the adventures we've had here. Because if we're in that state of compassion, that non-judgment for the self, you can walk around anywhere and be that state for everyone you meet. And it's a beautiful state of being because you're at peace with yourself and you're in joy and you're really just sending that energy wherever you go, like a giant lighthouse. So just know this energy that the root cord that goes down from this chakra goes to the center of the planet, right to Gaia. And then she sends energy up our cord into us. And it's that beautiful vitality, her vitality of the planet. So, and it's even the water, you know, the food, all of nature, that energy is coming up that root cord into us. So just know if you're feeling down or whatever, just sit down and ground yourself. See your cord going right to her and feel that energy that just comes whooshing up. And so ruby red is our compassion, our ability to love and serve without judgment. And then humility is red, and that's our service. It's connected to everyone's service and really being truly grateful for the many blessings bestowed upon each and all. And it's incredible vitality. So if you can be in a state where you're blessing everything and then receiving the blessings up, so that is a very high state of joy. And it's just a practice. When we are in that state of blessing, we are returning it to Gaia. Like it's just going up and down all day long. And if you're super conscious and you know that's what you're doing, oh, it's just the most miraculous thing that happens. So anchoring and blessing and anchoring, just being in that state of knowing we're really connected to the earth. The ruby red root chakra, connected at the base of our spine, serves as our connection to Gaia, the planet, the very foundation of our existence. And that energy shoots right up through all the chakras, through the heart, up into the third eye. And that's why compassion is in the heart chakra. That's one of the colors of compassion. And then also the third eye and the crown, because the purple is compassion as well. So it's just nice to know it's that beautiful divine alignment that's running up and down us all the time. It's inner, and it's it's just that we haven't been taught this. Imagine if we were taught this in kindergarten. The world would be such a different place. Okay, so yeah, it just runs all the way up into the heart chakra and right up into the third eye. Okay. We can breathe in the vitality of deep red. This is roses and apples and cherries, feeling this chakra open and spin. It is our center of sexuality, a connection to life force, our planet, and to Gaia. A simple exercise to incorporate the ruby red ray into our being is, as we prepare our daily food, to breathe the colors of food, fruits and vegetables, that are deep red, or even the other colors, because any of the colors are healing, in through our nose and swirl that color throughout our body, down to our toes, out to our fingers, up to our head. It's super healing to work with the colors and just breathe them in and swirl them around your body. And especially this deep, deep red, because this is the foundation of our being. Our root chakra aligns with Archangel Gaia in the center of the planet. This chakra has a red cord that we can follow down to be with Gaia. To do this now in imagination, drop into the root chakra at the base of the spine. So just breathe in the red. And on the out breath, drop down into the base of the spine, right into that root chakra. And then travel with the ruby red cord down and through the foundation of where you live. So through the concrete, through the wood, and then down through the soft earth of the planet, through the gaseous and water layers to the center. Gaia in all her glory is here, beside a council fire surrounded by elders. So this is a really magical journey that you can do. Highly recommend it. Gaia is beautiful. And then there's a fire beside her and it's surrounded with elders. These are very sacred beings that tend to the fire in the center of the planet, and they're star beings, and they're indigenous elders. There's all kinds of beings there, and you can sit with them around the fire. It's a wonderful thing to do. Or you can take a moment and thank Gaia. She literally will ask you to sit down with her, and you can put your head in her lap. Yes, Stefan.
So I'm curious, how do you breathe in color?
Just in imagination. So you're yeah. You're not colorblind, are you?
No.
No. Okay, good. I have a friend that's colorblind. So he's like looking at me like every time I say this. He can't do it.
So
Yeah.
so you just, while
Yeah.
you're breathing in, you're imagining the color?
Yes. That's
Okay.
it. Yeah.
And would you imagine like let's say a beet or something, or a bright red apple as you're
Yeah.
breathing it in?
Yes. That's
Okay.
exactly it. Yeah.
Thank
And
you.
it's all imagination work. Imagination is the beginning of creation. So you're just imagining these beautiful colors like swirling all around your entire body if you want, or just go right down to the root chakra. And you can see there's a cord that goes from the base of the spine. It just drops right down to the center of the planet. And that's what keeps us rooted to the planet. And then
Mhm.
there's amazing, the planet is actually a being. It's very unusual, but this planet, because there's so much work being done for the entire universe, that she is an archangel, and she's been holding us and watching us as we journey and evolve for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And she's just mighty being, and she loves it when we go visit her. So just drop down and go say hi. And yeah, you can. She is an incredible transmuter of energy. So she can take your old sorrow and anger and fear and change it in the blink of an eye, so that you feel so much better. So you can take a moment and thank Gaia for holding and loving us, providing everything we need to survive: air, food, water, the beauty of her nature. This planet is considered a jewel in all the universes. Blessing Gaia, sitting with her, she'll take you and she'll sit you down, and you can actually put your head in her lap. Yes, Stefan.
So every time that you've been referring to Gaia previously, I was thinking that that's Earth,
Mhm.
but it's now I'm imagining that it's Archangel Gaia,
Yeah.
which is an angel, not the Earth itself.
Gaia is the name of the planet too.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Gaia is the planet, but her name is Gaiana, but you
Oh,
can call her Gaia.
oh,
Archangel
okay.
Gaia. Yeah, but
Okay.
her name is Gaiana.
Yeah, this is all
G-A.
very, very advanced for me, so I'm trying to catch up to everybody.
Yeah. So yeah, just it's meant to be simple. The planet, I know it's hard to imagine this, but it is a really, really mighty archangel who is emanating as a planet. She was asked to do this by the Divine Mother millions of years ago, and she said yes. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, so you can go down and you can sit with her and bless her and sit with her. And you can, if you're really upset about something, you can weep the tears of sorrow and all, the angst that we have with her, and she will transmute it instantaneously to help us remember who we truly are. A perfect balance of peace, of love, of joy. The root chakra is where we receive input how to dissolve unloving belief systems connected to family, the root of our existence in this life and other lifetimes. How today is connected to the past, how past experiences will very often repeat if we have fear facing into what triggers us. Each chakra connects to organs and systems within our body. Understanding the balance, the mental emotional work connected to the root chakra helps our adrenals, to function optimally, our kidneys to purify our blood, and our spine to align. So if you have any kind of pain in the body, it connects to different chakras. And this one, the root, when we're really at balance, the adrenals are functioning optimally. That's the fight or flight mechanism. If you go into fear like really fast, that means that the adrenals aren't functioning quite right. You want to be able to stand back and observe things rather than jumping to conclusions right away or going directly into catastrophizing. The adrenals help us balance and be the really great observer of these old emotions and feelings and thought systems. The kidneys purify the blood, and the blood is blue. I used to think blood was red, but it's only red when it hits the surface of the skin and comes in contact with oxygen. So the blood is the flow of the Divine Mother energy. So kidneys purify our blood, and being in balance inside of ourselves, no war between the masculine and the feminine, there's no back pain. The spine aligns. And I know this to be true. Yeah, so if you have any kind of back pain, look inside and see if there's a fight going on between the masculine and the feminine. And it usually goes back to mom and dad. So it's just deeper forgiveness, no holding resentment for anything in the past, basically. And just being grateful for all your experiences. And that'll bring you right into the sweet spot of compassion. So the different chakras connect to different systems in the body. So here's the root, what we're looking at today. It governs our adrenals, kidneys, and spine, a place of balance of our masculine and feminine energies, self-love and self-worth, a connection to Archangel Gaia and the elders around the council fire in the center of the planet. So that's all we're focusing on today. Don't worry about these ones up here. Just when we're in balance from the root. So no holding, no resentment or anger or shame or guilt, any of the old systems for the past, we balance. There's no war in the masculine and the feminine energies inside. Then the root chakra balances. That's our foundation. So this is really important work from the foundation of our being. The blessings and virtues of compassion and humility, the universal law of sacred purpose, and the first dimension are qualities, the spiritual tones of this chakra. The first dimension is the place, the state of being where the idea of our divine essence, so this is the mother energy, and our eternal spark of light connects to the Father, was born. And at the very beginning, where everyone's birth very angelic, usually. What was the idea as we began our journey for this life, as we emanated from the heart of one, from the heart of the mother into the universe, into the multiverse? So everyone began from source, basically, from my understandings, and it's angelic. So you have a very angelic part to yourself. And remembering that angelic self really helps us be the observer of all past experiences. Angels are very good at non-judgment, at blessing everything. So just keep remembering you're really angelic and you're good at blessing everything. What were the ideas? Peacemaker, healer, channel, mother, father, statesman, and the qualities of our sacred soul design that we would begin to embody as we assume form. We experienced the first dimension brainstorming, letting ideas move and circulate through the interdimensional field. Albert Einstein explains that an idea is simply a chemical electromagnetic event that has no form until it is brought into action and form. So electromagnetic, every thought, every idea connects back to the mother and the father. Magnetic is the mother, electro is the father. So every idea is simply a chemical electromagnetic event from the mother and the father. We all have access to the first dimension where similar ideas and scientific discoveries can originate at the same time. That's the 100th monkey concept, because all inspiration is flowing through us out to the planet, basically. And it comes from our guides, connected to our sacred purpose. So several people can have the same sacred purpose around the planet. They get the same idea at the same time, and it pops up. And this is documented, but it's called the 100th monkey concept. So, and this is coming from the first dimension, the void, connected to our sacred purpose. Breathing that ruby red vitality of the root chakra helps bring healing to family situations, our adrenals, kidneys, and our spine into alignment. And it really helps with sacred purpose as well, but we'll get into that. These ideas to come into being. But the more we're in that space of compassion, the easier the flow happens of these ideas. Visiting Gaia and the elders around the council fire, letting go of the past with forgiveness, non-judgment, and compassion is a huge part of our service, our humility, creating balance within, our joy within. Well, that balance within, that joy within creates it on the planet, as within, so without. But yeah, so this is the understanding of where ideas come from and sacred purpose. It's all really connected to the void and who we truly are, because we've all come in with sacred purpose. And it's connected to our root chakra, which is really exciting. We all embody the law of sacred purpose with the release, letting go of the pain from this lifetime and many, many past lifetimes to create a firm first dimensional foundation, a reality of wholeness, of essence, of the spectacular ideas of self-love and self-worth, balanced equally in the feminine and the masculine energies, creating space for 2 healthy adrenals. So there's 2 adrenals and there's 2 kidneys and a spine in divine alignment. So there's a reason, because one's more feminine and one's more masculine. One's more feminine, one's more masculine. So this is how important it is to balance those energies from the past, not to hold on to any of the old resentments. I'm just gonna turn the light on here. It's getting dark out. Okay. Our ruby red root chakra with its attendant red root cord helps anchor us to the earth, to Gaia, a daily connection, an infinite flow of gratitude to Archangel Gaia and the elders around the fire, the council fire in the center of the planet, opens us to deeper knowing of our sacred mission and purpose, our relationship with the first dimension, the void, where inspiration and ideas merge for our compassion and humility to expand, creating balance within for our ascension on Gaia. So this beautiful deep red color, breathing it every morning and sending those blessings down to Gaia and knowing that she's blessing us. A practice of this really can change our lives. It's just getting into that flow of joy every day, really being grateful for everything. And if anyone struggles with depression or, old feelings, really practicing being in gratitude is an extraordinary way to bring your spine into alignment and your adrenals and your kidneys. Yes, Darren. Oh, you're on mute.
Where it talks about the elders, are they part of the Council of Love?
Everybody is. There's not one being that isn't part of the Council of Love.
Oh,
Everybody is.
okay.
Yeah.
I've forgotten that.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody. Because we're all birthed from source. Yeah. So yeah, nobody is excluded. Everyone is a part of the Council of Love. And so Archangel Gabriel wants us to anchor, remember our first dimensional reality of wholeness of essence. So this is the mother, remembering the mother, the peace of the mother, the faith, the trust, the clarity, all the blue energy, being in that state of forgiveness and flow of the spectacular ideas. So that's the father energy of self-love and self-worth. That is the balancing. If we're really anchored in self-love and self-worth, oh my gosh, then you can create anything and you can be that everywhere you go. And it helps everyone. And then it doesn't matter. You're not concerned about what other people think. You just are. And it can't, anything that's not of love bounces off. You don't take on anybody else's energy. You're not concerned with what people think about you. You just are, because you know. You are your self-love and self-worth. And this is each individual upon planet and far beyond. So yeah, Archangel Gabriel really wants us to anchor that first dimensional reality of wholeness, of essence, of the spectacular idea of your self-love and self-worth. For all of us, like everyone is that naturally. So this is your self-love, the blue side. And of course, love is everything. So it's all the colors, but it's basically the love of the mother that has been forgotten on the planet. Most religions say that God is more of a masculine figure, but it's both. And that's why there's been so much war on the planet. So the rising of this blue energy, this peace in everyone connected to the right side of the brain. It's like the flow of the waters of the mother, the clarity, the non-judgment, peace, forgiveness, trust, faith, acceptance, allowance, the beautiful mother energies. And the left side of the mind is like the rays of the sunlight. So the water energy, the right side, the sunlight energy, the left side, ideas, gratitude, joy, connection, your authority, your divine authority, your will, your balance, your divine alignment. So it's more of a frequency, whereas the mother energy is everything. Water is everywhere. And the sunlight is more of a frequency. It's just think of the sun, it's very steady and it's always sending the same energy, the same frequency. I mean, it can go up and down a little bit, but it's very steady. The sun, we always see the sun in the morning. And you know when you don't see it that it's still there. We are naturally peace and joy. Blue and yellow create green. Emerald green in the higher realms is love, charity, compassion, healing. This is who we are. As we balance within, we automatically create balance without. Grateful and one with the gift of life, purpose, and spirit. We create a world of peace, love, and joy, a reflection, the truth of the perfection of ourselves. So everyone is perfect. Everyone, the Divine Mother, Father One, never birthed anything less than perfection. We just have anchored in these old belief systems where we think we are not. But when you go deeper and deeper and deeper and let go and let go and let go, then that's what you find. But it's a conscious practice of blessing, being grateful all the time, and being able to be in a state of peace, that forgiveness of self and others. Because we know not what we do here. We're also unconscious. And the most important, remember the magic of it all. And that's why I put the 4-leaf clovers here. So things can shift in the blink of an eye. You'll always be open for that. And anytime you let go and you work with the violet flame or you come into an understanding, that is an instantaneous. It's happening all the time. Miracles are happening all the time. We just don't realize what it is. But when you get it, it's like, oh, there you go. There's another one and another one. Okay, so now that's a bit of an overview, the first dimension and compassion and the law of sacred purpose. But we're going to go deeper into the blessing and virtue of compassion. And if you feel like it, there is the most beautiful channeling from the Buddha on my site. I'm going to show you how to get there. And I'll also send it out in the email so it's easy to remember and get there. But basically, you just go through the yellow circle on the homepage of voiceoffreedom.ca. Just click on that yellow circle and you'll come to a page that says Universal Laws and Divine Qualities. and you just scroll down until you hit this big blue flower, and then keep scrolling until you hit compassion. It's right at the top. It says 13 divine blessing virtues qualities explained with audios. And if you go into this one, click on compassion here, it will take you to this page and just scroll down. You can read, I've got understandings and transcripts and everything in these pages. But if you want to hear the Buddha speak, and it is incredible information, you just go to this MP3 and you can listen right from the start if you want. There's a lot of preamble usually on these. If you want to go directly to the meditation or the Ascended Master or the Divine Mother or whoever's speaking, the Archangel, then you can just move it forward and it will go. You just want to get to here, 15 minutes, 20 seconds. And it starts. And you will hear the Buddha, and it is extraordinary information. He is so wise, and it's him. He's speaking through Linda. And you may feel like, oh yeah, I know this. Like you'll recognize it because we know the Buddha. Everybody does. And in the higher realms, when we go to sleep at night, we go and listen to the masters. They teach us. You can go and talk to them. You can talk to the mighty ones. We just forget. We're way busier when we go to sleep at night than we are here during the day. So I highly recommend this for next week because we're going to go into more of what compassion is as the Buddha explains it. And it expands it so much more than our understanding of compassion here. So, any questions or anything about what we've just gone through? How like the balancing work connected to the root chakra? Are there any questions about it? We really want to balance in the masculine and the feminine. So the adrenals and the kidneys balance on either side of the body because there's two and they connect with the masculine and the feminine. So the more we're at peace with what we've witnessed on the planet, usually family, then our physical form balances into great health, really great health. But any questions? No? Okay. So let's see. Oh, look at us go. We're right on time. Okay. So what we're going to do then, we'll go. I just want to see. Oh, yes. Okay. So shall we do our sending of the 10 minutes of sending of this foundational energy out to the planet? This is what Archangel Gabriel really wants us to send out, that beautiful balance of self-love and self-worth. So anchoring it in with ourselves and then being able to just sit in ourselves and send the energy. So for our 10 minutes, sending this out, just really being in yourself, in that beautiful peace and joy for the past, and then just sending it out. But I'm going to explain it a little bit more here because it's very harmonious. And when Saint Germain says you're moving the healing through the mental, so that's this field. See this green field? It's connected. Okay, through the mental. Okay, and then he says through the emotional. So the emotional field is closer to the body. It's this light purple. Then through the causal. So it's going back out to the causal. This is where all your past lifetimes are stored in that blue field. And you see how it's blue? That's us at peace with it all. You've been good, you've been bad, and you've been really bad here. We all have. So now we just want to get in that state of forgiveness of the self, basically. So the energy is moving through the field. So it's moving through the mental, the green, to the emotional, out to the causal, then through the etheric, which is really tight to the body, and into the physical. So it's kind of going in and out of the fields, different fields around the body, and then it's coming in. So the more we sit, and that's what creates the harmony, the more you sit, just sit in the middle of your being and just allow this energy to move through your system, in and out. That's the healing, basically. So just know it's naturally moving in a toroidal way, and it's through the mental, the emotional, the causal, the etheric, and into the physical. And you're just breathing the colors. the violet, the ruby red. And when you're in that perfect balance of self-love and self-worth. And you can walk anywhere and lots of really fun things happen. It's the knowing of self-love and self-worth, our first dimensional foundation. Okay, so let's do our 10 minutes of sending. So we're gonna ask the Divine Mother to put her cloak around us. And oh yes, Darren.
Yeah, I'd just like to suggest that we send energy for the peace agreement in the Middle East, make sure it holds.
Yeah, that's a great idea. So anchor that in your physical foundation, and that's what keeps it happening. So the more we are at peace inside, so just sit in yourself and know, rather than like flying around or anything, sit in yourself and just know that field is expanding out around the whole planet. Or that's how big our fields can be. Just to know, the more we hold that space inside of us in the constancy, that's what holds it. Okay, so we've got the mother around us and the mighty ones. And we are understanding the harmony of the violet flame and how the energy is moving. So stay still in your physical form and drop down into yourself, into your heart. Feel the energy go right down to the root. Feel those colors, that beautiful rainbow of colors in your physical form. And with the breath, send out let's do it for 10 minutes. Send that energy of peace and love and joy, self-love and self-worth out to the planet. And I will set the timer, and I just ask for all of us to mute ourselves, and we'll do this for 10 minutes. Okay, we're all set. Okay. That's 10 minutes. Goes by so fast. Stefan, you made it to the end. Yeah, you're on mute.
Yes, I did.
Awesome.
My
Yeah.
phone is right here. I'm waiting for the good news, but hasn't
Yeah.
come yet.
Well, we kept you occupied.
Yes. Thank you.
Good. Was it easier to meditate this time? Did you feel like you were more in yourself?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Mm. Um, yeah, I don't know that I would say that it was easier for me tonight. I found myself actually very relaxed, and at a point I was almost asleep. Yeah, tonight.
That's
I
good.
think my sleep hours have been less than normal of late. So
Okay. Well, relaxation is good because in the relax is all kinds of healing. So yeah, the more the body is relaxed, it's easier for it to heal. All the whole belief systems, everything, any pain, everything.
mhm.
Yep. How is it for you, Laura? Nice to see you.
You too. Good. I was a little bit, wasn't probably as grounded as I might have been. There's a lot going on in the background of the house, but I was able to get at least a couple minutes of deep thoughts about the root and the connection. So that was nice.
Beautiful. Thank you. Good. Does anyone else want to share what it was like? We're all on mute.
One of my favorite foods to eat is a salad made with pickled beets and avocado. So the red and the green.
Yes, exactly.
And then you put lemon juice on it, which is
Yes, the joy. Oh my gosh.
no wonder I love that salad so much.
Yeah.
Colors and everything that it's associated with. So
Yeah. So there you go. There's the healing in the food.
I was
and
breathing all of that in tonight.
That's it. That's it. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. So the more we're conscious of the colors and how healing they are and how balancing they are, it's the letting go of all the old systems that are not loving. Yeah. To the self. Beautiful. Thank you. The more you can bring it into the practical, like every day, oh, it makes a huge difference.
Right. And then let's not talk about pickles. That's my latest obsession.
Yeah. Who doesn't like pickles?
Well, I never knew how much I liked pickles because I didn't have the right pickles.
Yeah, the right ones.
And now I'm seeing everything flavored with pickles, like chips and popcorn and pretzels and all this stuff. And it's quite fun.
Well, that's the green. And when we get up into charity with St. Francis, he says, eat green.
And I love cucumbers too. So
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah. Green is super healing. Breathing green, eating green. That is one of the most important. Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. So if you can remember, and I'll send it out, listen to the Buddha, and we'll go into compassion next week.
Homework.
Yeah, homework. And he talks about sitting under the Bodhi tree with him and blessing everything and being a parent. Oh, so much. It's like really, really exciting information. Yeah, and then we'll start on compassion. I have to figure out how we're going to teach it because there's a lot, but I think I have an idea. It's not too complicated. Yeah. All right. Well, it was beautiful to see everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kathleen.
You're so welcome.
Thanks, Kathleen. Happy
Thank
Thanksgiving,
you.
everybody.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Same.
Yeah.
Okay.